Hello and welcome back to Bleed With Me, the internet's #1 feminist queer horror podcast.
We're so queer. We're so feminist.
I'm one of your hosts.
Oh, feminist.
Oh my God.
It's like
frenemies, but they're feminist.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
I have a lot of those.
I am one of your hosts, Sean Bowtie, and I'm here with my other host, Micaela Superstar.
Hello.
Yeah, and we are...
You may know me from other...
From the Blunt Letters.
Podcasts.
You're famous for being on the Blunt Letters.
From the Blunt Letters. And also, the instructional video for Do Not Put Your Hand in the Deep Fryer, even if you lost your phone.
Oh my God, did you record that?
Yeah, a lot of people know me from that one. I was a lead in that.
Love that.
It's probably if you worked at Wendy's / Carl's Jr., you probably saw me in that, in your instructional video. Yeah.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm totally kidding.
No,
I
know
I'm sorry.
that.
I don't want to
It is a
deceive our
dangerous prospect.
I'm improvising.
Yeah. You're improvising. Yes, and.
Just making shit up.
I was yesing you.
Thank you. You're the best yeser.
I am excited because tonight we're doing another loosey goosey episode.
Honk, honk.
And
yeah, I love loosey goosies.
Yeah, I love a loosey goosey. Unstructured, just whatever we want to talk about. UFOs.
UFOs?
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yes,
UFOs.
aliens
What are they?
and UFOs. Extraterrestrials.
When you said you wanted to just talk about this, I was like, hell
Yeah.
yes. Because so many things scare me. Because again, I have a whole nother podcast that talks about the science of UFOs and the not scary parts and all this other stuff. So this is a place where I can be like, let's bring the terrifying shit. Like, because Electric doesn't really want to hear that as much, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I was like, ooh, yeah, let's talk about scary stuff and not touch on. So, like, I personally, I'm coming from it. Like, I'm not talking about the xenomorphs because that's going to be a whole thing, right? Like aliens, that whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's separate.
We're not even going to touch on that. And honestly, a lot of the monster stuff. I didn't really. This is like more like Grey's abductions, right? Like just so everyone knows what the vibe is. It's like it's gonna be more about like actual weird true crime.
I have two things that I'm bringing to this pod that I will unveil over the course of the episode that I'm excited to talk about. Yeah.
And I mixed it up, so I pick things with pop culture in it. So there are movies, there are books you can read. Like I brought it all.
Okay.
But also just some real true stories that'll scare the crap out of you.
I'm so excited. Because this, for listeners, this is Micaela Superstar's sort of area of interest and area of expertise. Yeah. Like, I'm just like a fucking normie who doesn't know a lot about this shit. So I'm excited to just, like, talk about it.
I have definitely spent well over 10,000 hours on this topic, and that makes me an expert, according to, I don't know, some bullshit definition I read somewhere.
Some fucking bullshit. I love that. And
as my witness, I've been obsessed with UFOs and aliens since I was
forever. Yeah. Like 13, 12. I mean, that's when...
What?
That's when I remember us, like, talking about it, is when we're around, like, 12.
I remember reading books in 3rd grade about this stuff. I love that. And, like, all those, like, secret mysteries and all, like, those big black books that, we had at the library. I could tell you... Dudes, I could tell you exactly where that book was in the library of Waddell Elementary School right now. Oh my God. Like the paranormal UFO books, I could tell you right fucking now where they are.
I have this. I have the same relationship, but to the book on monsters that was in the Waddell library.
Yeah,
it was
in the same section.
Yeah, there was a book. It was just like werewolves and banshees and all that shit. That's what I was obsessed. So I went the monster route. Yeah.
Well, that's all the same. It's all connected.
It is. But I don't remember like consuming UFO content at that age. Like I wasn't there yet.
I see. Oh my god.
I wasn't there yet. But I am coming to you on this pod live from UFO country in Arizona.
You really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got.
You really are. Actually, right outside of Tucson is the or was, I don't know, is it still there? The what do they call? I was going to talk about them coming up. What are they called? They're in Tucson, or like right outside of Tucson. APRO.
What the fuck is that?
The Aerial Phenomenal Research Organization.
That exists, and it's right outside of Tucson? Oh my God, I should do like an boots on the ground field reporting and go there and be like, I'm representing Bleed. I'm Sean Bowtie from Bleed with me.
I know.
And like try and get an interview.
Bring that astrophysicist that you work with, apparently.
I work with an astrophysicist?
Dude, remember I told you we talked about one of your colleagues
Well,
on the show? And I was like, Sean, get us that guy. Get us that guy on the blunt letters. Come on,
I don't
man.
consider anyone outside the writing program a colleague, but we are employed by the same organization.
Okay, well, I'm just saying maybe you could run into that guy and be like, hey, my best friend has a science podcast. She seems wildly obsessed with you. You want to talk about plasma? And he might be like, no one's ever asked me to come on a podcast to talk about plasma.
You just
in my
need
life.
to text me his name, and then I can like.
Yes, I got to remember it, and then I'll do that.
But you know, the White Mountains is where the fire in the sky thing happened.
That's one of the first things I'm going to talk to you about was the fire in the sky.
Yeah, talk to me. Okay, I've seen the
because
movie.
I know where you live.
I know where I live.
I know what's going on, and I knew you would be at least familiar with this lore, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about it? What do you know about it?
Well, I've seen the movie. So his name was what? Travis something?
Walton.
Travis Walton. And he was a logger, if memory serves. And him and other guys on his logging crew were out in the White Mountains in the woods. And the story goes that all of his, basically he was like trapped in a beam of light and like levitated up into a ship, and his like logging crew witnessed it, and then he was gone. Right, he was gone for a few days, if memory serves.
He was gone for
5 days. And then there was like a manhunt for him. People were like walking through the wood, like you know where like the sheriffs go out with their dogs and they're all like sniffing around the woods.
Search and rescue.
Search and rescue.
SNR, baby.
And then one day,
which I thought I wanted to do to help mankind, until I realized that means that you will find the dead body, and I was like, I don't think I could handle that.
Oh, you don't want to find a dead body?
Not really.
That's one of my bucket list items. My friend, humble brag, I used to run half marathons and marathons. And me and my running partner, Cannon, used to go running every morning at 5 a.m. And we were always like, one day we're going to stumble across. Because, at the beginning of like Law and Order or whatever, there's always like the body gets discovered by like a jogger.
I know.
Yeah. We were like, we want to be those joggers. Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
I do.
Ever.
Yeah, I definitely
I
do.
really don't.
Why not?
I don't. Because I've seen enough of that to know I don't want to be haunted by more of that. I've seen enough like death stuff that I'm like, no thank you. Or people getting like really fucked up, or like being like, or like dead people in caskets, or like I watched like Faces of Death when I was younger, and I was like, I wasn't like, I hope I see that in real life. So it taught me that like that was enough, and that was enough, and I didn't like seeing some of those things. And then seeing people like, I've seen some of that enough from far away that I'm like, I don't want it. Like someone just got like decapitated essentially by their car, like right outside my house here.
Oh my God.
And my property manager had to see it, and she's like, I can't. She's like, I wish I didn't have to see that. She's like, I had to call the ambulance. And it's like just pouring.
Wait, this
blood.
was before I came and visited, right? And I think you were telling me we went outside to smoke, and you were telling me about. I remember the story.
So like, I'm glad I didn't see that. I could have seen that. You know what I mean? Like everyone else went out to look at it, and I was like, what are you doing? So like, I know I don't want to see
I
that.
definitely don't.
It's too sad.
I'm not sure I want to see like the moment of death, but if someone has been murdered and dumped in the woods, or I'm sorry, in my case, the desert, and I happen to be the jogger that performs the heroic act of stumbling upon their body so that they can be found and investigated, I'm down for that. I will do that.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Well, so
you should do search and rescue then.
No.
Because, like, it's just too much for me. Like, I'd want to help people, but then I'm just like, oh, my God, my heart would break. I think I just get so depressed or something. I don't know. I don't think I can handle it. I'm just being honest.
Okay. I know. I like that.
I think it would haunt me and haunt my dreams and shit.
Maybe it would. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, right?
Have you recently experienced missing time?
I don't know where I was most of last Thursday after my Zumba class.
Has your butthole become sore and swollen from unwanted anal probing?
I had to buy a standing desk for work.
Are you scared to go out into the wilderness for fear of being abducted? Maybe you have recovered memories of ETs and unexplained craft?
All of the above.
Then this is a product for you. Introducing the only field-tested ET deterrent currently on the market, not currently involved in a class action lawsuit. UFO.
UFO fits conveniently in any purse or mid-size pocket, so you can always be ready for sudden alien encounters.
UFO is a polycarbon sheet that, when used properly, will interfere with most ET location detection methods. The space-age technology uses nano cameras to act as the ultimate camouflage, making you nearly invisible, as long as you remain completely still.
UFO covers and disables
Human musk.
Thermal signatures.
92% of ET microchip technology not useful in Zeta Reticuli and Gorgon Tech.
Hyperventilating, nervous farts, fear burps, sneezes, even if they end in sharts, and oopsie poops that are often associated with being scared shitless.
Simply wrap yourself as tight as you can in our patented, slightly breathable UFO sheath and wait out the nightmare. Just listen to these lab-tested results.
I do not comprehend. I was just detecting a viable human butthole 3.4 yards away, but now I'm no longer getting any readings. Curious.
Affirmative. I, too, am confused, for I no longer smell the disgusting monkey funk that is Homo sapien.
Let us move on to the next room in hopes of a successful probing.
Affirmative.
Listen to these testimonials.
I can finally poo without crying.
I no longer have flashes of my hybrid alien baby while driving to my job. Thanks, UFO.
Now I can work at the power plant without worrying about waking up in a different zip code. Thanks, UFO.
Now I can finally go camping with my buddies again without fear of deep anal penetration or needles in my eyeballs.
Do not use UFO if you currently plan on raising an indigo child, starseed, as it will seriously burn them out.
Do not use UFO if you have been recently in front of a microwave, a dishwasher, 24 karat gold, or 32-ounce beverage containers. Discontinue use if you are still being abducted while using UFO, as you are likely being taken by reptilians, and your attempts to evade them are futile, and will only ensure an increased wrath.
Do not use UFO for extended periods of time. As a result, you may experience pustules and boils, itchy nostrils, shriveled eyelids, and death.
Do not use while being probed by anything other than aliens.
Some users may experience a hideous rash shaped like Abe Lincoln, feet hands, chronological thong disorder, easily bruised flabber bits, and a propensity for piles of pancakes and alliteration.
Do not use if you're French.
Do not use if currently possessed or lactating.
Get
yours today and keep the ETs away.
Apparently, like, he emerged, like, sort of disoriented, right, from the woods, like, 5 days later.
Yeah.
And had a story to tell about being taken into a ship.
What's interesting is they saw, like, so the blue light strikes him in the chest because he was dumb enough to get out of the car, honestly. And then his friends freak out and leave him. So they don't actually see him get taken. They just see the blue light hit him, and they leave his ass.
They ran away.
In the true story. So the movie's based on a lot of truth, but not 100%.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, you know, or like it is, but it isn't, right? So the blue light strikes him. These guys fucking take off, which they were in shock. Then they see another flash and a streak, and they're like, oh, it's gone. Let's go back and get him. Because they were like, well, now it's gone. And then they didn't find him. So this is Snowflake, Arizona, which I think is where those guys live. And I think that's so fucking cute. I kind of want to live there. Some part of me wants to live in a small town and, like, be that weird girl.
Like an art girl.
Causing
like,
trouble in a small town.
With a pottery wheel.
Who's trying to settle down.
If I was visiting you in Oakland and we were walking outside a bar at night and a blue light struck me in the chest, would you run away?
No, but we saw Lupe did in that Mesoplexington ad. Remember, she, like, pushed you towards the fake alien and was like, "This." She's like, "Girl, that's just what I would do." She said, she admitted it. She's like, she would push the other person and run. So, but I would not. I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't. I would watch.
Well, just grab my ankle.
Try to grab your
grab
foot,
my ankle,
I guess.
please.
Yeah, like I guess I would think I would try to grab your foot. But instead they take off. Like, they're shit. They're shitty friends. It turns out, though, I think they were saying, like, two of the guys, well, at least one of the guys didn't really like Travis, you know? Like, they didn't all get along.
Well, they were
like
co-workers, right? It's not like they were friends. They were
a
loggers.
logging crew, yeah. But one of them was his brother and one of them was his best friend. So it was like Travis's best friend, Travis's brother, and then like two dudes who kind of didn't like Travis. And
that is cold to run away from your own brother.
Oh, yeah, his own brother took off.
Oh, my God.
So anyway.
Poor Travis.
I think, or at least his best friend, like one of the others. One of those two took off. So then they called the cops, and they don't believe their friends. And this is what's interesting is they investigate because they're like, you killed your friend. Because after the first day, they're like, okay, let's go look for him. And they all go search and rescue. But by the second or third day, they're like, you fucking killed him. Like, what did you do? But, like, none of the wives and, like, his girlfriend at the time didn't believe that they killed him. They're like, no way, no way, no way. But the cops are like, well, what else are we supposed to fucking believe? Like, what the fuck? This dude just disappears. Just tell us what happened. Like, maybe you guys fucked up and you panicked and you hid him somewhere, you know? But they were like, no. And so the other people go and investigate and they find high levels of radiation at his abduction site. And so they're just like, and then Men in Black show up, which is super scary, which is on my list of scary things. Like some dudes in suits come with like government cars and like look at and like question people. Yeah. And then, but again, the local law is like, y'all killed him. You know, they're just like, fuck this shit, you killed him. And then they all take a polygraph test after 3 days and they all pass.
Yeah.
They're all like, we saw a fucking thing and we fucking freaked out and he's gone. And they all pass. And I would like to point out that Travis, his brother, all these dudes have taken polygraph tests over and over again, have always passed, always stuck to their fucking guns. And I just watched the newest documentary. It's a shock documentary that you can see on, like, I think, HBO Max. But it's Alien Abductions, Travis Walton story. And they revisit him, and like Travis is still alive. So is his girlfriend at the time. They got married, which I think is so sweet. And like his, you know, like they talk to the same people and they stick to their fucking story. They've never, ever wavered. Like they're still passing polygraph. Like again, like these people never, ever wavered. And the girlfriend, who's now his wife, when they were trying to like talk to them in the interview about remembering what happened, she started fucking bawling. Like she broke down, was like trying to remember when he was missing and how she thought they would. She's like, no, I never thought anyone killed you. I thought they took you, like your friends said, and that they were never going to bring you back. And then she started crying, and then they both started crying, and you're like, yeah, what the fuck? These would be some really good fucking actors or super psychotic people. Like,
so
this old dude's crying with his wife who fucking thought he was abducted. Like, what the fuck? They aren't making this up.
So remind me, like, what
scary.
Aliens did he report seeing?
Okay, so let's get to that. So he's gone for 5 days. November 10th, 10 p.m., he shows up at a phone booth calling his brother. Okay, in the movie, he was naked, but he had clothes on in the real life. Travis thought that it was the same night, but it was actually 5 days. He was hella traumatized. He had actually lost 10 pounds somehow, like in 5 days. He and his wife... Oh, I talked about the crying thing. Okay, so then they get involved with APRO because they're like, he's like, before they reach out to the cops even, he's like, I need to talk to someone about this. So APRO is a Tucson-based alien aerial phenomenal research organization. Travis gets medically examined by APRO doctors, which they didn't like really find anything except that, like he was malnourished, you know, like he had lost weight and stuff, but that his ketones were like pretty normal. So that he wasn't starved. He was just sort of like not fed a lot. So when he was there, he saw grays, and he saw little gray men. And then he jumped off the table and started swinging a tube around at them. And then the aliens leave, and he leaves, which is really interesting because a lot of aliens, whenever you start a ruckus, they'll just like take off. Like they're kind of drones, apparently. Like the alien grays are apparently just clones or drones that sort of just like work for, I think, higher ups. And so He gets out and walks through a dim. This is all him and like hypnosis and through his own accounts. So he walks through dimly lit rooms and there's not enough air. And then he sees a room with a single chair and a glowing map of the stars. And then he sees a humanoid that he thinks is the military, which is so fucked up. Like, this is so fucking scary. So he sees a humanoid and he's really tall and muscular and kind of like really big for a human, but he's like, oh, you're military, you're here to save me. And the guy doesn't say anything, and he's like, yeah, what's going on here, man? Are you here to take me away? And he thinks he's being saved, and then this guy just takes him through a hangar into a different room of Nordics, and he realizes he's around just like other aliens that are just like big, light-skinned, blonde, Nordic type aliens, and they just push him back into a chair, and he's like, no, I don't want to, and they're like huge and strong, and they just push him back into a chair, put a mask over his face, and that's all he remembers. So he wakes up in the woods. So it's like there's two different aliens. He sees the Nordics and he sees the fucking Greys.
Is he one of these dudes who has like mysterious scars and shit on his body? Because sometimes like experiencers have like weird scars.
They do. But I don't think he is. I don't think so.
I was just curious, yeah.
But there are a lot of people who do. You're absolutely right. So he comes home and he calls his brother, and he did write a book called The Walton Experience. That was Travis's take on it. And of course, we know Fire in the Sky had a TV adaptation, which is not about this, because someone else conflated this earlier. It's not that one about the other thing. This is Fire in the Sky, the movie. And again, they add a lot of stuff, like all that stuff where he's like in the membrane and all that stuff. Like, he didn't see any of that. Like, everything I told you is all he could remember. That's it. So, but he does remember them trying to like do tests on him and like do something. And that's fucking scary enough, honestly.
Was he like haunted for years afterwards with like nightmares and stuff? I would assume, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I don't love the idea.
Yeah, I believe him. And like I said, I just watched a more recent documentary about him, and it's like he's still saying the same story.
Do we know, like, where is he living right now? Is he still in Arizona?
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Is he? My God. I bet weirdo, like, UFO obsessives, like, show up at his house and shit all the time.
I'm sure.
How horrible for him. I mean, that sounds really invasive.
Maybe it feels good to be seen. Maybe when people are like, you're fucking crazy for a few decades, maybe it feels good to have people be like, I believe you. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Who knows?
I can just imagine some real weirdos showing up and, like, disrupting my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But they seem like cool people. It was really cute to see them, like, still together. Him and his girlfriend, wife. It's like she lost him and she was like freaking out. And she was like, I never want to lose you again. And I was like, that'll bring people together, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's super scary.
So scary. So that brings us to the fact of abduction, right? Like, that is the fucking scariest thing about the aliens. Like, so there was like Project Blue Book and Project Grudge and all that. And that was like government agencies looking into the alien problem or whatever in the 50s or whatever. And J. Allen Hynek was one of the people, the astrologers or whatever, astronomers or whatever, scientists who worked with them. And he even he came to like realize it was real. Like, at first he was sort of a naysayer, and then he was like, nah, this shit is real, and like went on to back other people like Betty Andreessen, which was one of like the Andreessen affair was like a really popular book for a while and like a really popular case because she was one of the first people to like talk about being abducted with a lot of witnesses and like with her children and it being multi-generational.
Yeah.
And Hynek created the whole Close Encounters, what we think of. Like, you hear The Third Kind and you're like, what the fuck does that mean? And there's that horrifying movie, The Fourth Kind, which is based on a lot of really true accounts.
That's the first time I ever heard of the owls. Twin Peaks had it, but I didn't think.
That's why Twin Peaks
I
had
didn't
it.
think I realized what the owls were until I saw the fourth kind. You know, that whole idea
and all the weird
of,
shit
like,
that happens in Alaska.
There are owls.
There's an Alaska Triangle.
There are owls outside my window looking in, like giant owls. Like, that's really fucking scary.
Yeah, that they can fuck with your memories and make you remember something else. And that's so terrifying that they can like fuck with your brain. They can make you forget. They can make you remember other things, screen memories. And like he's the one who came up with all the different first, second, third. The first is that you just see it from like, I think it's like 150 meters or closer. The second, the UFO leaves evidence, like there's scorched earth or there's radiation, which actually the Travis Walton, like it did leave radiation and stuff. The third kind is encountering a visible occupants, like you could like see the aliens in the ship or whatever, and you're like, oh fuck, or you see them come out. The fourth kind is when you're taken and experimented on and abducted. So that's the scary, scary, scary one. And the fifth kind is when you just have direct, like, talking to them. Like you're just like, hey, alien, what's up? And they're like, what's up? I'm going to kill you. So the fourth kind is probably the scariest because you don't even know what's going on. You're taken in your sleep. One of the scariest things to me is that, like, women will go to bed pregnant and wake up with no baby, and their doctors will be like, I don't know where your baby went. And there's so many women like this. Like, why would they make it up? Why would the doctors make it up? Like babies don't vanish, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Maybe a fetus,
really
but not a
creepy.
baby.
That's so creepy.
And then they'll have weird memories of seeing their weird alien babies in like test tubes, as like hybrids, and you're like, what the fuck?
So, do you think that these alien visitors are malevolent?
Some of them.
So you think there are some that are not, that are benevolent?
Yes. I think there are probably hundreds of different kinds of aliens that come in and out of our dimension. Like the Prime Minister of Defense, I think he was, of Canada came out and admitted he was a whistleblower when he retired. Like, these are high up people. These aren't just like farmers in Kansas. Like, he came out and said there's at least 72 known alien races that we deal with. Like, it's straight up like Men in Black. And that Men in Black is like he didn't say this, but I'm saying Men in Black is like a way to give you this information without putting you in shock. Like, it's telling you what's really happening. And he was like, a lot of that's true. He's like, the government knows of at least 72 different species we deal with.
So would you be open to being taken by a benevolent alien species and being brought to their dimension or whatever?
I'm not sure I wasn't.
Oh, fuck.
So the listeners should know that I've actually been on other podcasts besides my own, talking about my own personal experiences. I'll try to link it in the show notes. I was on Out There with Valiant Thor, talking about my personal abduction experiences on one episode, and then I came back for a second episode with my older sister, who we actually shared a bedroom and a bed with, and talked about stuff that she witnessed that was weird as well, and like backed up my stories. So I don't think they were doing bad things to me. I think it was scary, but when I think of what maybe I learned from it, or how I was different, like I turned out different than every other person in my family, which is saying a lot when there's 6 of us. And no one knows why, and I don't know why, because it wasn't an influence I had from anyone in my family. But had these ideas like sort of implanted to give a shit about like environmentalism and like animals and like not eating them and not hurting things and no war. Like, it was just like, why did I have this in me? And I always felt like it came from these like experiences, right? So I don't know if they weren't benevolent. I think I might have been taken by pretty okay aliens that were trying to help or whatever. Something that was trying to help this generationally, like see if they can fuck with the kids and make them better people, which I think they did for me. But I think there's also a bunch of other aliens, and like maybe they work for the government, maybe they work for like other aliens, but there's definitely bad ones for sure. And because there's bad humans. If there's bad fucking people within one race on one planet, here's a news flash. Just think of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Some guys are assholes and some dudes were the nicest people in the world. Some people were a puddle of a consciousness and lived as one, you know, like Odo. So it's like, I think of it like that, and I'm pretty sure that's probably how it is. Because to think that there's only one kind of alien seems kind of silly.
I have a science fiction report. I am currently watching a science fiction television program.
Whoa.
It's called The Three Body Problem.
Oh, is that out?
It's
I've been
on
waiting
Netflix,
for that.
yeah.
Oh, great, great. It just came out, right?
Yeah, like in the last couple weeks, yeah.
Damn. I totally haven't. I want to watch that. Is it good?
I'm really enjoying it. I mean, and I told you, we've talked about this before, but like I can consume science fiction if it has horror or thriller elements, and this definitely does. It's like definitely like a thriller.
I thought it was a horror movie, actually. I thought it was more horror than
it's
sci-fi,
more.
so this is
it's
exciting.
more like a science fiction thriller. It's got a lot of ideas about physics and blah blah blah. It's definitely more sciencey than I am normally used to consuming, but I definitely would love to hear your thoughts on it once you check it out.
You wanted my thoughts on Onyx, the Fortuitous.
Oh my God! Did you watch it?
Yes.
Okay, tell me everything. This is a sidebar, but okay.
Listen, you were right. The puppetry alone.
Oh my God. Wasn't it so good?
It doesn't matter. It was so good.
Yeah.
So I had fun. I got through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm glad I watched it, and the puppetry alone was absolutely
Oh my God, so good. And I liked all of the actors around that person.
Exactly.
You know?
You and everyone on Shudder. Like, so many reviews were like, this movie was amazing except for the lead character. I can't stand this guy.
Yeah.
But he was like a YouTube sensation. Like, that was his character.
Yeah, I know. I read
so
that.
they tell you to go with it.
Yeah.
And again, at times I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, you're just on the spectrum.
Yeah.
But other times I was like, enough.
But just the whole aesthetics of like the mansion and the rituals and the puppets and like it was very.
All this just makes me want to make a movie more
it was
with you,
very my vibe. Like,
because we won't be that annoying.
No, other than him, he was the only thing that I was like, I want to fucking kill him and just have the movie be about all the other people. You know,
you're not alone.
Yeah, but
he could have toned it down for me.
Oh my God,
he could have toned it down for me.
Yeah. But, Oh, okay. I'm glad you watched it. Yeah. It's a real 80s throwback. It definitely feels so 80s. So, yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Are you bound by the laws of hell and can't escape this mortal plane until your evil deeds are done?
Yes, these modern jaded humans barely register my nightly horrors.
Are you unable to cross the threshold, touch humans, or harm them in any direct manner?
Satan says it's cheating if I poke out their eyes directly, and being mostly serpent, I find it hard in this realm to maneuver my evil shenanigans properly. How I long for the boiling cesspools of West Hades.
Have you been having an impossible time scaring and scarring the humans under your domain?
Well, I've tried scarring these post-pandemic zoomers. They just put on a white noise app or start filming me for TikTok. What can I do to frighten these cursed meat sacks, since they ignore the man-made horrors that surround them?
Are you tired of terrorizing these human body bags using only household appliances?
They're not even scared of the possessed blender anymore. They don't even care when I ruin the post-workout smoothie with rat droppings.
We're here to help. We're HumanMinions.com, a group of morally corrupt and power-hungry professionals committed to spreading Satan's work and sending you back to hell where you belong ASAP. At HumanMinions.com, we can do things demons can't but want to, like use the internet, cut a bitch, touch and throw away religious objects, abuse litigation, the truly human way to drag someone through hell, make cringe, life-altering viral videos to humiliate the youngsters, giving them a bowl cut while they sleep. You can ask us to do anything, and we mean anything. No money, you say?
Yeah, I'm a demon. I don't have Bitcoin or a bank account. I possess no earthly riches.
Don't worry. We work for favors. Just use your powers of darkness to repay our debt threefold. We have many puppets on our strings, and we need the Dark Lord's help as much as we can get. That's where your debt comes in. How the hell do you think we got Trump into the White House? Pure evil.
Sounds as easy as finding a postulating pustule on Beelzebub's box.
It is, we assume. Just contact us today by using telepathy, sigil magic, astro summoning, or night terror.
Can't wait to get back to my torture god on the ninth realm of the underworld. And my husband of 3,000 years, he'll be so happy to ram hot pokers into my ears again. Thanks, humanminion.com.
Okay, so we talked about Fire in the Sky. I'll tell you the alien adjacent thing that I'm the most obsessed with. Are you ready?
Okie dokie pokey.
Are you excited?
Mm-hmm. I'm wetting my pants.
Okay. Are you peeing your pants? Okay.
It's half the story.
Well, feel free. If you just want to start gushing at any minute while I'm talking, please just let it rip. Okay, so the thing that's alien related that I find the most, because I've never had like a UFO encounter, and I'm not an experiencer. And
you weren't there for the Phoenix Lights.
Yeah, I was. I was going to mention that the Phoenix Lights, another thing in my neck of the woods, and then also right over the border, Roswell. I mean, this is like
of
UFO.
Roswell.
Yeah,
come on now.
Okay, but dude,
I know we're going to go on a UFO
I want to do that. I want to go to.
Me too.
I want to go
just
to
gotta have some
Snowflake.
time off.
I want to go to Roswell.
Yes.
I want to go to fucking all the UFO hotspots.
You and I.
Yes,
it's going to be the greatest road trip ever had by people who like UFOs.
And we will fucking TikTok it and live blog it. And
we're going to make a short documentary that's going to be shown at Cannes.
Yes, we'll do the whole thing. It'll be so fun.
It's going to be life-changing.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to get abducted, and we're going to have footage. It'll be like, no.
In the next 5 years, we're doing it. Okay.
Oh God, don't say that kind of, but yeah, okay, sure. Actually, no, that's fine.
I'm giving us a nice, healthy time frame.
No, you're right.
No pressure.
Sometimes when I hope for time off, it means my mom's dead. I hope that means that like my siblings come give me some time off. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I just like to say it to the universe, like it's monkey paw. You can't just say things like that. It's
exactly.
monkey paw.
Yeah, it is the monkey's paw.
I hope that my fucking one of 5 siblings come and gives me 2 weeks off to go look for fucking UFOs with my best friend from childhood.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you, universe.
Oh my God, that would be, and we could do live pods on the road, like mini pods. It would be so fun.
Yes, it'll be the best.
Okay, so the thing that's UFO related that I personally, as Sean Bowtie, find the most beguiling, upsetting, and to me is the closest to like, holy shit, maybe there are aliens. This is just personal. Is cattle mutilations. Do you know about this?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, one of my favorite people is Linda Moulton Howe.
Okay.
She's the woman who broke the story on this way back when.
Really?
She was the journalist who broke this story, as a woman.
I love that.
Like, she's so...
Dude.
She's like one of the only people that is dealing with this kind of stuff that's a female who's famous.
Yeah.
And I love her because she refuses to now call this paranormal. She calls it unexplained earth sciences.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
and
use
that's
that
why
term. Yeah.
I love her, because that's where where I'm coming from.
You
She's
use
like,
that
this
term.
isn't paranormal. This isn't mystical. This is science we don't understand.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Preach.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still scary because science is scary.
You read the details of these mutilations of horses, sheep, cattle, livestock in general.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like surgical precision removal of organs and body parts. No blood at the scene at all. Exsanguinated. And it's just like there has to be.
Say that?
I love that word. It's so good.
Me too. You don't get to use it much, hopefully.
Exsanguination. That's got to be a death metal band or something. Exsanguination. Yeah.
There's probably 10,000 types of that band.
Yeah,
exsanguination corpse, exsanguinated victim, exsanguinated bride, exsanguinated... And also
exsanguinated dog.
There you go, everybody.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I've always been good at naming shit.
But I've
Exsanguinated bride is really morbid and really cool.
I like that. Exsanguinated bride. I find those stories so just like alluring and crazy and like it
like
is.
Who would do that? But an alien presence, right? Like who would do that?
But, like the surgical precision of the shipping removed, the fact that there's no blood, like those things are not easily explained away. And I
want to hear something else not easily explained away about them?
Yeah.
So this has even been happening as recently on the Skinwalker Ranch is one of those really scary things that's in Utah that you guys can actually watch a whole really good show about called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, which they're like legitimately giving out information. They're like slowly letting this information out, right? This place is a portal. They've literally said it. They have people that work for NASA, work for the fucking White House, the government, all this shit. Work for that UAP fucking special forces. Like the lead scientist on that is the fucking lead guy on the show. And he just like let everyone know. He couldn't even tell them for the first few seasons and he was secretly working for the government. So this motherfucker knows and they're calling it a portal. And what's crazy is they've had cattle mutilations on that ranch. Now, normally when something kills your cow or they die, you throw it out. You don't even bother to do much with it. You just throw it to the border of your land and you let the animals take care of it. And within a day, it's bones. It's fine.
Yeah.
The cattle mutilations, the ones that get mutilated by whatever force.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Nothing will touch it.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
Animals will not eat it.
It's so creepy.
Insects will not eat it.
Yeah.
Insects will not eat it.
So they just lay there and like slowly decompose without any fucking, oh my God.
Very slowly.
So fucking creepy.
Nothing will eat it. That's what's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Because, it's one thing for a human to be your witness. They could be crazy like you, sure.
Exactly.
But when the birds and the bees and the insects and the coyote will not eat something because it's fucking tainted for some reason.
Yeah.
They're not in on it.
Yeah.
They don't know you're absolutely right. It's one of the most terrifying aspects. And then
it's
again,
so scary.
What the fuck?
Well,
I actually wrote a short story about why they're being cut up, but it was an artist from another planet. I'm gonna send it to you. It's really funny.
Who's doing like
it's
art,
like so
art
secondary
installation projects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like her art or their art. It's actually never talked about what gender these aliens are, which is part of like it's like a queer story. Like I was trying to portray with like out gender.
Yeah.
And it's these two aliens that come to Earth like a long time ago and fall in love with it. And they're like, this is so great. And then the one alien's like an artist and they do these crazy like mammal like organ installation sculptures on their planet. And they're just like, oh my God, this is amazing what you do with these cow organs. Like, so she's just like a really hardcore, weirdo, gross, like Hermione niche fucking artist, but on her planet with like things from Earth. Because that's where she lives. It's like very like, whatever, I live on Earth and I do this art and I send it to my home planet and I make millions of dollars and so it supports me here.
Yeah.
But then Earth is like crumbling and her friend is like, her partner's like, we need to leave the planet. Like it's literally dying. Yeah. It's dying. And they're just like, I don't care. I'm in love. And they're like, you're in love with a human. And like, it turns into this whole thing. And they're like, you're gross. I hate this place and I'm leaving. We live like, they're like, we can live for like another bunch of years and you're going to stay here on Earth. Like you're an idiot. And they're just like, yeah, bye. And they break up. It's about like aliens breaking up because one wants to stay on Earth to do their weird like mutilation art.
I love
anyway,
it. I love
thought
it.
you'd appreciate that. I'll send it to you. It's pretty cute. It's really short.
Yeah. No, that's great. But
but it could be a possibility. They could do art with it. I don't
absolutely. Who knows? But like, that I tend to be more of a skeptic and et cetera, et cetera. And first person accounts are tougher for me in terms of I'm more credulous of that stuff. But when you've got like massive amounts of physical evidence of weird fucking
going
shit
down the drain
going on, and it's like, what has happened to these animals,
Because farmers are no nonsense. They're not going to be fucking around fucking their cows up for a picture in the newspaper.
And how
you know what I mean?
would
That's
you?
thousands of dollars.
I'm not going to say that there's not a rational explanation. Like maybe it is possible to go grab a cow, put it on a tarp, kill it, drain all its blood, use some kind of laser fucking saw to like remove organs and then leave the
The anus, by the way.
Exactly.
The
Yes,
anus,
the anus,
tongue, and the eyes.
tongue,
Like, what the fuck?
the fucking, like, the
That's
genitals.
what's really
it's really disturbing.
reproductive organs?
Yeah, it's
It's
really
like,
disturbing.
that's what's weird.
I
It's like,
know.
what?
So
And
it
then I'm
could
like,
be a
is there-
hoax,
but here's-
but it's so
it could also
fucking
be
crazy.
How interesting would it be if it's just some aliens that are conscious like us, but they have parts that are because you know how we're like pigs, you know, like our skin's a lot like pigs and all that kind of stuff, right? What if they're so similar to our cows, but they're sentient?
Oh, and they're like using,
And they have anal cancer.
So it's like
and they have like tongue.
so it's like a
cancer,
kidney
throat cancer.
transplant or something.
Yeah, like maybe these are the things on their planet they're afflicted with, right?
That's actually really scary. Like a cow alien is somehow scarier than like a gray.
Oh, I thought it
to
would
me.
be cute. Actually,
No,
I was
I'm
like,
scared.
They'd be cute.
No, I'm scared. I don't want some cow
Like,
alien.
Sean, milk me, I'm turgid.
No, I'm so scared. I don't like it.
I'm turgid. It's swollen. I don't know why the cows talk like that.
Well, you know, it makes sense. But
Milk me.
the fourth kind.
I don't know. I'm just trying to say, like, maybe that would make sense scientifically from another species if they could, like, use that somehow as transplants. Because, like, fuck the. I mean, because also as an alien, wouldn't you be like, they're making them into hamburgers? These motherfuckers don't give a shit about these animals. Like, just take the parts.
Yeah.
Because I always say one reason a lot of the nice aliens don't talk to us is because they look down at us and they're like, they're eating the cutest things that live there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
These assholes eat pigs and chickens and stuff and things that just eat like, who would hang out with us?
Yeah.
That seems terribly barbaric.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's politically whatever,
we
like,
are
wouldn't you look at that and be like, that's fucking
barbaric.
terrifying?
Yeah, we are barbaric.
They're going to eat us. Wouldn't you think maybe they might eat us if they're going to eat all the other things that don't look like them?
Totally.
If you looked at humans from the outside, you'd be like, they just eat shit that doesn't look like them?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. And kill each other and rape each other and fucking,
But, like, eat things that don't look human, that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. Because we don't eat monkeys because they look human, right?
Oh my God.
Fucking what? So if you were
Except
an alien, you'd
in
be like, well, I
Faces
kind of
of
look like a
Death.
chicken, so they're probably going to roast me. You know, like if there's like a chicken ass looking person.
Except in Faces of Death, where they fucking club that monkey to death and like spoon
That's one of the reasons I know I don't want to see death. I remember.
That
I
is
cannot get it out
such
of
a
my
fucked
head.
up. Yeah, I hated
hate
that.
it so much.
It's so bad. It's so
People are
bad.
stupid. See, like I would never land here.
Yeah. Yeah, watch Face. If an alien saw Faces of Death, they would be like, why the fuck would we ever fuck with these people? Yeah, it is true.
They wouldn't.
So anyway, I just
Or
wanted...
they'd try to help us.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw cattle mutilation into the mix. It's the thing that makes me the most like...
No, it's scary.
Yeah,
You're right.
like open-minded.
It's hard evidence.
Yeah, it is. It feels like that.
Well, it's like, what the fuck's going on? And it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens all over the
Do you
world.
know
It's not just happening in America.
The earliest recorded case is in 1606.
Yeah.
Like, so this has
Yes.
been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's so crazy.
Recorded.
Yeah.
Because it probably happened before.
Oh, absolutely.
but-
Yeah. Like that. Maybe T-Rexes were like mutilated, like way back in the day before there were even
Yeah.
people. They would just like
Or the
remove
cow version of T-Rex.
remove a T-Rex dick and like bring it back to your planet and be like, bah, 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 and
Oh my
like,
God, what if it's just such a perverts? Because like, you keep talking about how horrible humans are with all this human trafficking.
maybe
and
there's a
PVD and
dick
shit.
museum somewhere on
There's a
some
butthole.
planet.
A cow buttholes are really fun to
butthole
have sex with.
museum. Yes, it's like here's a whale butthole and a cow
Yeah,
butthole,
just like the
a
dick
shrew
museum.
butthole.
Yeah. Fox butthole.
And then there's like a
we have
special
buttholes from all over the galaxy.
Yeah, and there's a special section for cloaca. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ew. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah,
Who knows? But yeah, it's all scary.
it's
really
so
weird.
scary.
One of the things that also scared me a lot when I was growing up, I think I was, I'd say about 13 or 14 when I read Communion. I was probably
Really
like 12 or
Schreiber.
13.
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
And that scared the shit out of me because it was so familiar, a lot of it. And I was like, oh my God. And that was a lot of that, like, flashing back to, like, is this what was happening to me? Because it took me a while to kind of remember and realize what exactly was happening.
Yeah.
And he was one of the people whose books I read where I was like, this sounds really familiar. you know. And the Andreessen case sounded familiar because one thing that Betty Andreessen said was that she was taken through a door that was still closed. And I was like, yeah, I used to go through windows that were closed, and I used to go under like bureaus somehow. Like I used to go through floors and walls. The windows didn't have to be open to have me go out them.
That's very interdimensional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when you hear that from other people who are like, I went under my desk when I would get abducted, or I'd get sucked under my
That's
bureau.
actually scarier than like getting levitated up into the sky.
I was like, how did I go under my bureau?
Yeah.
I would remember being sucked under this one dresser that me and Laura had in our bedroom. It was the same one. It was near the window in the corner, and I would get sucked under there through the wall. And I didn't understand how that was impossible, and that was the scariest thing.
You know, talking about that makes me realize I used to have recurring nightmares as a little kid of being pulled under I think I talked about the woo-woo on here. Being pulled under the fridge or pulled under the bed or the bureau or into the storm drains in the streets.
Yeah.
Like lots of like phobias about being pulled under something. So it's super primal, like primal revulsion. Okay, so what's the next like UFO related matter you want to declassify for us?
Well, I feel like one of the things, like I said, is like the Men in Black really scared the shit out of me because the more I read about like all these people who see something, like these Men in Black always show up, you know, like there's always these like ominous figures, and like some people say that the Men in Black are alien themselves. Like a lot of times, like they act very odd for humans. Like they'll put like pepper or hot sauce in their coffee, or like.
Have you seen
eat,
Fringe?
like, normal.
Have you seen Fringe? The show
I absolutely
Fringe.
love Fringe.
Yeah, those are like the what do they call them on the show? The Watchers.
Yeah, something
the
like
bald
that.
dudes in the black suits.
Yeah, but they're essentially the
with
Men
the
in
fedoras.
Black.
Yeah, they're the Men in Black. Yeah, absolutely.
And that really scares me because even like, so some of my, and I'll have all these links in the show notes, but one of my OG, like, waking me up people was William Cooper. And he wrote a book called Behold the Pale Horse. And he talked about the Men in Black a lot, like, actually, like, so he like was in the military and he saw UFO, and then they took a report from him and they were like, keep it under wraps, and then he did. So then he got like further and further into the intelligence community in the military and learned more and more about the UFOs and how it's real and all this crazy shit, and then he became a whistleblower. And when he became a whistleblower, the Men in Black came for him like hard. And that's what scared me, is because he was trying to write this book to like tell people how like, you know, like AIDS was like a government manufactured disease, and he had like taken pictures of these like documents and stuff to like prove that they were trying to make a biological weapon against their own people and like target certain communities. UFO stuff, like FEMA shit, like he kind of almost predicted like 9/11 before he died. Like it's just weird shit. Like, and he wrote this all in like 1989, I think. And like, so he scared the shit out of me, and he was talking about how Men in Black came for him when he started telling people this stuff, and they drove him off the road. Like these dudes drove him off a cliff essentially, and then he was like hanging out for life, and they were like, next time we'll fucking kill you. And then he woke up in a hospital with his like leg amputated because he had like gotten in some crazy ass accident, and they had like and then they were like, if you don't stop, we're gonna fucking blacklist you. And like he was blacklisted, so his like his military, all his benefits were taken away. His social security number was taken away. Like he didn't have an identity anymore. Like it was crazy. So the government like legitimately like fucked him up, and then he still went for it, and then they shot him. Like he was just like, I'm not going to live by your rules, and like kept trying to tell people about like all the government like cover-ups and all this crazy shit. And then they finally like came for him on tax evasion, and like they had a shootout and they killed him.
Jesus.
But to be fair, he also killed someone too. Like they had a shootout for real. Like it was like a battle, and he was like, I won't be taken alive, because I think he knew if he was arrested, they would have just killed him. So he's like, I might as well like take someone out while I'm like doing it, which is weird, but whatever.
If you met a guy or girl and you really liked them, and like on their second or third date, they were like, yeah, I used to work for some government organization and I've seen evidence of like aliens and shit, blah, blah, blah. And like they've tapped my phones and they follow me sometimes, blah, blah, blah. Would you not date that person because like it would be bringing you closer to like that sort of mess? Or would you be like, I don't care, I'll join you on your crusade
No,
again?
I'd be like, finally, someone who won't mind when I'm getting gang stalked around my neighborhood and people are taking weird photographs of me and I don't really understand why they're doing it. When I was, especially when I was on those other podcasts talking about this a lot, I was getting like gang stalked. Like people were taking my picture, people were following me. Like it was fucking weird. And I believe people who that happens to. So like
TIs.
No, I'd be like, oh cool, you're like a kindred spirit. I believe you.
Okay. All right.
You'd probably fall madly in love and then get killed together in each other's arms.
Oh. Well, I don't want that to happen.
No, but I just mean like I wouldn't be freaked out. I'd be like, oh fuck, that's fucked up.
Okay.
Like,
Got it. So it's not a deal breaker for you.
You believe me then when I say this or that, and they'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it gets so exhausting trying to talk people into believing me.
Yeah.
And I don't really have it in me anymore. I've done it with a lot of my partners because if you hang out with me long enough, I'm a very intelligent person. I'm reasonable and irrational, and like I'll look for evidence, and then if you're near me enough for years, like you will start to believe the things I believe. Like it's happened to every partner I've had. I don't push it on them, but I'll just be like, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. And they're like, oh shit, this is actually adding up, right? So if I actually could go from the start with a partner that was like legitimately like, I believe you, I would be in heaven. If I didn't have to explain all this to somebody ever, and we could just fall in love without all that, it would be amazing. That's what I'm looking for, you know, but I usually have to just find some other normal person who I have to be like, so by the way, here's what I believe. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. And I'm like, I think I'm too old for this relationship. It's just like there's so many people who are believers or abductees or people like me. Like there's literally thousands of us. There's a whole there's actually like Coast to Coast AM has a whole dating website just for fucking people like me. So it's like, if nothing else, I'd just be like, fuck it. But there's, you know, it's like I'm hoping for the next person that I hook up with for some sort of partnership I won't have to explain all this to you. So yeah, absolutely. I'd be like, okay, cool. So we're going to be gang stalked. We better watch our shit. Like it'd almost be like exciting, right?
Partner
I'd be
in
like,
crime.
cool.
Yeah.
Us against the world, baby.
Bonnie and Clyde.
If you wonder about dark matter, missing links, and wild lives of scientists, space updates, and cutting-edge technological breakthroughs, then this is a podcast you've been looking for.
Join hosts Micaela Superstar and Electric
And Gerbil.
Shut up, Gerbil!
for a drink and a savvy science conversation that gives you fuel for your nerdiest discourse and jokes you can't wait to rip off.
Check out our website at thebluntletters.com, our new home on the interwebs for all things blunt letters.
Follow us and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts.
Fancy. The Blunt Letters Podcast, subversively nerdy.
So the Men in Black. So have you ever feel like you've seen Men in Black around you? No.
No.
Okay.
No. Just more like normal, everyday, like weirdness, you know, and people being like, what are you taking my picture for? Like, that's fucking weird, you know? And not sexy
just
pictures.
Like monitor surveillance. Yeah. Got it.
And it coincided with a lot of things I was doing and online, and I was like, that's really interesting. But whatever, that's what scares me. It's, you know, the government involvement scares me more than anything because they're the ones who are probably working with the bad guys and the bad aliens is what's the word on the street. So that scares me a lot, is like what the government might be doing too. But you know, aliens scare me too. There's bad aliens, and there's definitely a lot of cool bad aliens in pop culture, like movies, and there's definitely some books that scared me. Like I said, that the book, the Behold the Pale Horse really freaked me out. Gods of Eden by William Bromley freaked me out because William Bromley like didn't even believe in aliens, gave up writing this book. He was a sociologist over and over again because he kept coming to the fact that like aliens were running the world, and he'd just give up on his entire thesis. He was like, no, this can't be right. And then after years of like just finding the same conclusion, no matter how he went about his thesis, was just like, the whole point of his book was like, why do fucking human beings always fight? He's like, why are we at war? And then every time he'd look back to the powers that be, he'd find that it was like some weird overlord, like alien overlords or something. And he was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Or like Rosicrucians or the Illuminati or the fucking Freemasons who believed in this. And he'd be like, this is garbage. And then finally just wrote this book, how he found it through his research. And it was terrifying. So yeah, he talks about, he calls them the custodians, is the alien race that's been watching us for like millions of years or whatever. So that's really fun and scary. John Mack was a psychiatrist from Harvard, and he wrote Abduction, Human Encounters with Aliens in 1994. And he's really fascinating because he like sullied his name as like a well-known psychiatrist working for Harvard to just like believe alien abductees, and has always stuck by them and always like talked, you know what I mean? Like he's like, no, this is happening. He's like, this is actually real. So he's like someone I
What's
always
his
was
name?
like, oh fuck. John Mack. John E. Mack. And I guess Book of the Damned by Charles Fort, which is from like, you know, the 1800s, but it's just such a huge compilation of weirdness that it's like, again, I'm looking for the science behind this. I'm not saying it's like mystical. It's just like, what is this shit though, right? So the Book of the Damned is also a really fun place to start because it's just so, it's like some of that early recorded stuff like we talk about. So yeah, those are my books that I would tell people if you want to kind of get freaked out. And these are nonfiction. Like if you want to read fiction, I don't know, man. There's a million alien books that'll scare the shit out of you, you know. But this is like the nonfiction that's kind of freaky. And read Communion. Communion's scary. Like whether or not you believe Whitley Strieber, which I kind of don't, and he may be a CIA plant because this shit's kind of wild, and started off kind of negative and then turned positive, so that's weird. But like I kind of understand that because that's how I felt too. Communion's just fucking scary. It's fucking scary. Read it alone and somewhere in the dark one night. It doesn't take long. It reads like candy. You know how Whitley Strieber is. Strieber or whatever. And he writes horror before all that. So it's like he was a great horror writer. He writes this movie. And then he went on to write more like kind of weird fiction about the aliens. So I don't believe him, but I think he might be like someone who's supposed to disseminate the information to us through the CIA. So some of it's true. And that book is fucking scary. And that movie with Christopher Walken is so scary. Yeah, that picture's so scary. Freaky. It's freaked me out. And that's what I remember too. You know what I'm saying? So like when I saw that and I read about it, he does actually know something. Whether it's his experiences or what the government told him to write about, he knows something. Because I was like it triggered, to use the word that everyone's using nowadays.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, yeah, that's what I saw. So, Communion's scary as fuck. Watch the movie, 1989. Fire in the Sky, 1993. Fucking so scary. They Live, of course, we referenced talking about that other thing, but like, that movie scares the shit out of me. Because it could be that simple. Like, you look around and they're everywhere.
Eat, consume. I
love that it's sunglasses, though. It's so silly.
It's such a good movie.
But fill in the blank, you know, a filter, a TikTok filter, that would be fun to update, you know, or like just psychosis, you know, just people. Now, oh my God, actually, they just released something that there's like a newfound psychological disorder where you see people as demons.
There's
something that's very rare. It's very rare, but it's an actual disorder where your brain distorts people's features to look like demons. And you see some people as demons, and I'm like, bullshit! You're releasing the demons on the earth now, and you just don't even want to hide it anymore. Have you seen the 2001 horror movie Frailty with Bill Paxton? Where he's like a corn-fed dad who has two young sons. God, I love Bill Paxton.
I know, he was so great.
Sorry, he's so
he was
hot.
A cutie. And it's like he's very corn-fed. And he's like making his sons hunt demons. And he is like, I see them as demons. And so they like abduct people, and he makes his sons like kill them with him.
God, I think a long time ago, but it makes me want to see it again.
It's definitely, maybe that should be a Secret Seance movie, so we can like watch it and talk about it.
Oh my God, it should be.
Yeah, Frailty.
I also was scared of Dark Skies, and the director of that did a lot of like other stuff that was.
Oh, you're
like,
talking about
scary.
the one with Felicity in it. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. That was scary.
I like that
was
movie.
Scary.
Yeah, I like that
and see,
movie.
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
just getting sucked out of your house. That scares the shit out of me. Just being powerless, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fourth kind was actually done by Olatunde Osusane. And I was like, oh man, that's really fucking cool that like we have like an African American or African dude doing it. Like usually it's just like such a white space. And I was like, oh dude, he made one of the scariest fucking like when it's like the fourth kind's like up there with Fire in the Sky as far as scary shit because it's based on very, very real. Like they tried to pretend, which I loved, it was like a Blair Witch thing, that it was real. And it's not, but it's based on very real things, like people's actual accounts. So it's like he did a great job, and I was it was just cool to see a person of color in that space because you don't see it a lot, and I just wanted to call that out because that's fucking dope. Please more, because Nope, obviously, right? That was one of the fucking scariest things ever. I fucking love that so much.
The movie rules. I just rewatched it. Yeah,
it's so fucking good. It's so good. Fucking good.
Keke Palmer's
it's
so good in it. Yeah.
Everyone, but Keke,
so do you have a theory about whether or not OJ is dead at the end?
Yes.
So do you think OJ died and it's a vision of him that his sister sees at the end?
He is the cowboy. He is the man on the fucking white horse. Yeah. He is the fucking man, dude. No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he is alive and he's going to thrive because he is the fucking man with no name. He is the fucking Clint Eastwood. He is fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like they put him as a cowboy. He's a black cowboy, which is one of the hottest things ever. And he's so hot. I love that actor so much.
Yeah, he's great.
And no, I think of him as a hero. I thought of him as being like do like Sergio Leone, like standing amongst the dust. Like, of course he survived. He's on a fucking I don't know. No, of course not. He's the man. Like, he knew what he was doing. He always knew what he was doing. It's just no one ever listened to him. And this was his time to shine. And he fucking did it. And if that's not true, I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear about it. Because that's the fucking ending I want. Is that they win. And he's a hero. And he's a hot ass motherfucking cowboy who's going to marry me. And we're going to look for aliens together.
Okay. Great.
See what I mean? Yeah. Like, homesteading, hanging out, raising animals, whatever. I have a little farm, and he already believes in aliens. I don't even have to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Dream man. Yeah. So yes, he's alive. He's well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he definitely lives. But either way, actually, I think he lives.
Okay.
Because she smiles. She's like, yeah, fuck yeah. My brother fucking lived. Like, we're the shit. Their family's the shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's about this family that's like the shit, kind of, right? And like getting shit on, but they're like literally with blood and stuff. But like also like they pulled it the fuck off, you know?
Yeah.
No, he's alive. In my world, he's alive, 100%.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm not 100% sure either way. But I think there is I think a very detailed, close reading of the movie could be done to argue that he dies, you know? Because I just rewatched it specifically with this question in mind. And the last, 20 minutes of the movie, there's a lot of ambiguity. Now, there is also a very plausible counter argument based on textual evidence that he lives.
Right.
I think and obviously Jordan Peele wanted there to be ambiguity around it, or else he would have made it more definitive. You know what I mean?
He obviously loves David Lynch.
Well, and I think
he knows that
you're
ambiguity
referencing
can
Western,
work.
yeah.
I'm just saying, Jordan Peele loves David Lynch, and he loves Kubrick, and he knows that ambiguity can go a long way.
Yeah.
And to let the person let that, with the shoe, he was like, there's really no real reason, because I'm looking for this reason for the shoe, and he was like, nah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's so David Lynch. You know what I mean? Like, that's so, like, let your mind expand. And that's the greatest part about film. And that's why those are my favorite filmmakers, is because they give you that space to let your imagination grow instead of telling you everything and feeding you everything all ham-fisted, you know? It's like, ooh, cool. It could be a different movie for everyone, just like a fucking painting, like a song. Right? Some people get really depressed when they hear a certain song. Some people love that song. Some people hate that song. Some people never want to hear that song again. Like, well, why can't film be like that? Because sometimes people won't let it be that way. They'll just be like, this is the film and this is what you get from it. But like, some people want to be like, get what you want. I don't fucking know. Do you want to put this fucking black man as a hero in your dream world where he survives? Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Do you want to have him be a martyr where he dies to help his sister and his family and have this? Go ahead. Like, that's when art happens in film. And that's why I like the space that directors will give you in your imagination in film. And that's why those people are my favorite people.
Yeah. It's such a good
and
movie.
Jordan Peele is one of those people. Like, he's so fucking smart and he's so cerebral.
Yeah.
And like gives you that space to have your own imagination. That's why he did the Twilight Zone reboot, because he's like, have an imagination, everybody. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that movie, but it's so scary.
It's so good.
And I never saw I mean, it's like I never look at clouds the same. I'm just like, they're all
Oh my
fucking
God, that cloud that
now.
never moves is so creepy. I would shout out, there are 3 other movies in this space that I would call our attention to, and they're all pretty, well, 2 of them are like low budget indie movies. So one is called Honeymoon, and it has the redheaded woman from Game of Thrones in it, is the star.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay, well, her name's Rose Leslie.
Okay.
And she's the star. It's called Honeymoon. So there's that. There's one called Extraterrestrial, which is like better than it had any right to be. I think it's like a great movie, but it's a worthy entry into the like aliens are scary, you know?
Okay.
And then that movie, The Forgotten.
Oh my God, that's on here too. Yeah, terrifying.
with
so
Julianne
fucked up.
Moore. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is because that's part of that whole like your baby disappeared shit is like this whole other Mandela effect, like people denying you. There's this whole like really pretty popular case with this woman who like lived this nightmare where she like woke up and her like fiance was gone and she was like married to someone else and they were like, what's wrong with you, babe? And she was like, I don't know, you're my ex-boyfriend. Like it was like she was like married to some crazy shit, or like she was like and thought she was pregnant and they were like, you were never pregnant, like just crazy shit. And she was like, oh no, she went through an operation and they were like, you never had that operation. She's like, I remember like 9 months of recovering from that operation and they were like, you never had it.
Oh God!
And your fiance never existed, or some crazy shit. And she was like,
so
"Am I losing
Hitchcock.
my mind?" Right?
Yeah,
So like, losing my mind is one of my. It's the top. It's the top.
Yeah,
It's all I have. It's all I have.
Everyone around you is telling you that something's
You're
true that you
wrong.
know is not true. Yeah.
And
Very scary.
it kind of happened to me with that gang stalking stuff, where everyone was like, "Oh, Micaela, you sure?" And I was like, I know when people are looking at me, like I know, you know. And that was terrifying. So if it just happened to me and your life was just like, I think she like went to her job and they were like, that's not your desk. Like she literally had like a whole nother job even. And they were like, your office is over there. And she was like, what the fuck, yesterday this was my desk. Like that shit is like The Forgotten, where like the woman, Julianne Moore, is like, oh, I lost my son. And they're like, you didn't have a son. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's like, can you imagine being, again, you're pregnant for 9 months. You push it out of your vagina. It hurts.
Yeah.
You remember.
But that
remember
effect in
these
that
things.
movie, that effect of like the person just getting like pulled off,
Sucked away.
into the air is
Sucked
so
away.
scary,
Fucking scary.
and so cool. Yeah.
But that's how it feels. That's how it is. You know, right?
I know, but I'd never seen it that way before. Usually in
So
movies,
good, right?
up until I saw that movie, it would be like
slow
a beam.
and like,
where you're like,
But you're
this
right.
one
That was just like, come on, bitch. Come with us.
Yeah.
You're right. I have that on my list too. It just says The Forgotten 2004 so fucked up. It's so scary.
Yeah.
And again, it's scary because the way they get sucked up by the aliens, and then also the fact that everyone's like in denial, which is again something the government's trying to do.
Yeah.
is be like, no, you don't remember anything. It's owls. And it's like, what do you mean it's owls?
But
and why am I obsessed with owls? You know what I mean? Like, I literally am. It's weird. I've drawn them a million times. I've painted them. Like,
I've had 3 significant owl encounters in my life.
Maybe you were abducted with me.
Maybe. I definitely am fucked up. So the film Extraterrestrial is about like a bunch of friends are out at a cabin, like having a weekend, and they like trap an alien in the basement. And that's what the movie's about. Yeah. It's super low budget. The actors are not very good actors, but somehow the movie is like pretty good.
That sounds good. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah,
that
and Honeymoon. Check out that one
I
and
will.
check out Honeymoon. Yeah.
Have you watched Under the Skin? I'm sure you have.
Oh my God, a million. Yes. Like
That's
at least
scary.
10 times. Yeah.
They just...
Oh my God, it's so good.
I love that.
Like
That's
black
scary.
space, that negative
that
space.
Void scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
because
it's
that's
really
just
scary.
Death, right?
Yeah.
That's just like, oh, I'm dead.
And leaving the baby out on the beach and yeah. Yeah.
And she's so hot, so you're like, of course I'll go home with you. And it's like,
yeah.
This is going to happen to me one day. I'm going to go home with a fucking sexy 30-something-year-old.
Get put in a interdimensional void.
Skin soup, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is so good.
I love that movie. It's so scary.
It's awesome.
It was a little slow for me, as you know, but I loved it. Because I can appreciate when I'm just being ADHD. About
it's definite art film vibes.
That's why when I do complain, you know that it's really maybe something. Because like I will sit through stuff knowing I have a problem, you know? And be like, this is beautiful. Just take it in, right? Yeah. It's easier on a big screen, obviously, like David Lynch says.
Absolutely,
But sometimes when you watch a thing on a small screen, you can just be like, it's harder.
It's easier to check out, to buy out. Yeah.
I've learned also microdosing makes me enjoy just everything is better.
Oh, yay.
I think I just need to start taking mushrooms all the time and just like be like, oh, wow, everything's great.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the Machine Elves?
I don't think so. What do you mean?
Oh my God, you gotta Google the Machine Elves. So the Machine Elves are a mass experience that people from all over the world who have never met each other report.
Like gremlins?
No, they are interdimensional beings that people who take DMT report seeing.
Okay, I didn't know that that's what they were called.
Yeah, they're
sorry.
called Machine Elves. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
I haven't done DMT because I was afraid of all these entities, honestly.
Well,
I was like,
it sounds like... Yeah.
I babysat a whole room full of weirdos doing DMT.
Oh.
And they came out of it so, like, John, actually, Hinkle came out of it. He's like, don't do it. He's like, don't fucking do it. It was great. He was like, he was like, you'll see you're dead. He was like, you feel like you're dying. And I was like, oh.
Oh, God, really?
And then I'm so, like, when I trip, I'll trip pretty hard. And at that time, I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that. And so I didn't do DMT. And I don't discourage people from it, but like, yeah, dude, I don't need to see no fucking... Tell me about the Machine Elves, because like, I don't really know, but I've heard of them a bit.
Allegedly, so there's all different sorts of stories about them, but there's this book called Food of the Gods.
Yes.
I forget the name of the writer, but he's like the Timothy Leary of the 90s.
No, it's, hold on, give me 1 second. It's,
Terrence McKenna. Yeah.
Oh, I got it right when he said it. Terrence McKenna. Sorry, I knew. It's like I love him so much.
Yeah.
I'm just in regards to hallucinogens, I am on 60 milligrams of edibles, and I don't know how much flour and vape. So hey, Terrence McKenna.
Yeah, Terrence McKenna.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So he's written about the Machine Elves.
Yes.
And apparently they are like interdimensional beings that appear to you when you're on DMT, and they like sing the secrets of the universe to you and like peel back, like create a telepathic bond with you, and like just they're just like interdimensional beings that people all across the world have seen.
You know what's funny? It's like I hear all these people talk about the secrets of the universe, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Isn't it just to like chill out and have fun? I'm just like, I can't imagine the universe being much more than being like, hey, man, have a good time and like do good things. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what could it be more than that? Than like fuck, do drugs, have fun, love people, have a good time, share joy. It's like, what could this fucking message be that I don't understand? Like, I feel like I get it. Like, be nice, do good stuff, connect with humans.
Okay,
Send them stupid snail mail of crap that they don't even want, just to remind them that you exist in their life, until they send you a message and is like, hey, okay, weirdo, I see you.
Yeah.
We're eternally linked. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is this message? Like, let's be cool to each other, right? Like, what could it be? What is this unlock? It's like, just love each other, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, for me, I'm like, yeah, I've taken drugs. I guess I've actually, listeners, I've taken copious amounts of hallucinogens. So I guess I got to talk to the gnomes like in my 20s, and it was just like, oh, be cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the message is like, be cool, man. Like, be nice.
Okay,
Have
here's
empathy.
what Terrence McKenna says about the Machine Elves. This is what he says. He says, you pass through a membrane of some sort, and you're in a place.
Delicious.
You're pushed through, and you see the tykes, as I call them, the self-transforming machine elves that are singing in a hyper-dimensional language. They surround you, and they say, welcome, we're so glad to see you. He says, using language, these elves transform themselves and the objects surrounding them into a fluorescent playpen of hills and flashing lights. So it's like synesthetic, you know what I mean? Where sound becomes tactile and color becomes, you can smell it, like that sort of vibe, where just by speaking this interdimensional language, like they transform into different states of matter and shit.
Yeah, man, I've had sex before,
So anyway,
that's all I'm saying. Like, dudes are so weird.
Yeah. If you ever want to meet the Machine Elves,
no,
you can
I know.
take
It's just
DMT.
fun. It's just like sometimes guys get all they get so deep, and it's like, that's just called having emotions and connecting with someone with empathy. You know what I mean? It's like girls are just like, yeah, I've been there, man. Like, it's called like being a girl. Loving someone like so much, you lose yourself. Like, it's cool. And then guys are like, oh my gosh, wow, these gnomes told me about like interconnectedness. And you're like, yeah, I found that out by falling in love, you idiot. Like, what the fuck's wrong with, or having a baby, right? Like, women can have babies. So you're like, yeah, I get it. But guys have to like take DMT to be like, oh my God, these gnomes told me that we're all connected. You're like, yeah, I figured out when this other person came out of my vagina. It's cool.
I love that you're calling them gnomes. Because the DMT heads would be like, they're called elves. They're the Machine Elves,
That's why I'm
Micaela.
doing it.
God!
Calm down, everyone.
You fucking stupid gnomes.
In my dimension, they were
so anyway,
hats.
I love
they
that.
garden. Okay. No, it's great. I love it all. I believe it. Great. But sometimes that's where I take it with a grain of salt, where I was like, hey man, whatever you need to see to have empathy, right? Because like because the aliens taught me that, I guess, when I was a kid or whatever.
Do you have a feeling your baby could be the Antichrist?
She's at least a minion of hell.
Did you recently find a concerning 666 birthmark during bath time fun?
It's hidden in his hairline, the little scamp.
Have other nannies refused to work for you after complaining your toddler tried to murder them?
They tried to knock me off the chair I was standing on. It could have killed me.
Then we are the nanny service you've been praying for. We here at Damien's Cradle Satanic Nanny Service can fulfill your baby demon tending needs. Our seasoned caregivers are initiated satanic devotees, ready to serve the Dark Lord and all his offspring. We specialize in throwing ourselves off a building and hanging ourselves in your child's honor at any birthday, holiday, or other family celebration.
Obtaining human blood for the chosen one's consumption and nourishment.
Killing an unsuspecting parent or parents.
Origami.
Eavesdropping on those who would harm the Antichrist and all of their workings.
We are also fully certified to homeschool your child in all the esoteric subjects: Ouija comprehension, fetish and totem construction, pyrokinesis, Bitcoin investing, and French.
Caretaking for your evil child's familiars included, whether it's bare-assed baboons, rabid hybrid jackals, murderous teacup chihuahuas, We can crate train, housebreak, and even weaponize them for defensive attacks against those who would harm your little gift from Lucifer.
Bloodletting, banishments, and babysitting all in one.
So call us now for the best nannies you can find who will actually work for you and raise your demon spawn. Honestly, it's not like you really have much of a choice.
And the thing is, I would love to do a study of how many artists, comedians, and creative weirdos have been abducted.
I would love to be hypnotized or like regressed to find out.
Okay, on our fucking road trip, when we do the alien shit, we find a hypnotist that hypnotizes both of us, and you are my witness, I'm yours. We're in a safe space. I won't let them do anything weird to you. You don't let them do anything weird to me. And we get regressed and see what happens.
See what like inner shit
and we record
is in there. I'm worried.
Because honestly, you're like one of two people. 4 people I would trust to do that with.
5.
Sorry, I have a lot of friends. I'm sorry.
5, 6.
To be there while I got hypnotized, to be like, you're putting shit in her head. Like, you have to be there to be like, are you putting shit in their head or are you just letting them go?
Yeah.
Right? You have to have someone there to be like, don't put shit in their head. Right? Don't bring up aliens. Just say, like, what happened to you when you were a kid? And, like, you know, but, like, also you have to have your friend there to be like, if I'm like, my dad raped me, to be like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like someone that you trust enough to be like, oh, so now you know that my dad fucking put his fingers in my butt or whatever. Like, that's like 4 people.
I'm worried that I'm
all
not
you guys to know
capable
that.
of being hypnotized.
Why? Because you're Irish? That's what I thought. Because me too. Who knows?
Just think
They say that we're not susceptible to therapy. So
well,
who knows
my force of will is so strong. I'm so stubborn and I'm so, you know, skeptical and combative that.
But if you went there to do it, like, wouldn't you give in? If I was like, just give in. Just give in. You know what? You would microdose. I would give you some mushrooms.
Okay.
Your mind would expand like Terrence McKenna a little. And then you'd be like, okay, I'm open to this thing. And I'm like, just try to be open to it.
Yeah. Because it's like trying to achieve orgasm, you know? Like sometimes it's really easy and then sometimes it's a struggle, at least for me, you know? And there have been times where I'm having sex with someone I love and I'm like, I really can't come right now. I don't know why. I'm just in my head and I don't want to and you can't make me and, you know, like I get into this like space of like clinging on to an idea so hard that it like pushes everything else away, you know?
You're just a Virgo, that's all.
Maybe. I mean, I'm on the Leo cusp, but whatever.
That doesn't help at
Oh,
all.
it doesn't? For being stubborn? Is this my penis? You were like,
No, I was this. I was like, oh my gosh.
She's making the "you're
cuss."
crazy" motion with her finger, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folks.
Oh my gosh. No, you're fine. But that doesn't help anyway with the psychosexual stuff. The Leos have always been like the weirdest with sex.
Oh, really? So I think one thing that I'm curious that we didn't truly get to, since it's a horror podcast, is do you have not nonfiction, but fictional, like that's not like any of the movies or books that we've already brought up, like alien shit that you're like obsessed with? That's not the xenomorphs.
Oh, that's not the xenomorphs.
Did you see the trailer for the new alien movie that's coming out this year?
I'm so excited.
Alien
I know,
Romulus.
I like it all.
It's the guy who made the Evil Dead remake and the Don't Breathe, that movie Don't Breathe.
I'm excited.
I cannot wait. Oh my God.
I'm going to
it looks
rewatch
so
everything,
good.
I think, because we were going to do a xenomorph episode.
We have to do a xenomorph. Oh my God. We should do our xenomorph episode in conjunction with the release of Alien Romulus.
Because that's why I didn't want to include it. I do love them. And I read the comics and I've read actually a novel. Like, I'm that kind of a nerd that I've gone like way far beyond the film. So I was like, I'm not ready for that. And I was like, I got to calm down. Like, we only have 2 hours. Okay. But like, yeah, I love that shit. Okay, so like, like fictional aliens that I'm scared of.
Or just like alien shit that's that's like not nonfiction that you're like, this is the shit. I love this alien shit. Outside of like Nope and The Fourth Kind and stuff like that.
You know, I do love Cloverfield and all of the mythologies around Cloverfield. I really do. I like the first one. I like this. I love Cloverfield Lane. I like the Cloverfield paradox, even that's like in space and all that. Like, I like the Cloverfield thing a lot. I do.
Yeah.
What else? You know, one thing that I became really obsessed with was The Man Who Fell to Earth. Not just the film,
Bowie
but the
movie,
actual follow-up miniseries that came after that was absolutely brilliant. Like, The Man Who Fell to Earth miniseries afterwards, it isn't scary, but it's so fucking brilliant. Like, that's what's hard for me is, like, so much of my favorite alien stuff isn't, like, as scary. You know what I mean? That was amazing.
Have you seen that movie Arrival?
Oh, I love Arrival. Oh God, you're right. Actually, I should say Arrival because you know what? I love the copy stain language. I was like, that's just copy stains, you know?
Yeah, it's so good. I just rewatched that movie in my genre movie club.
You're absolutely right. Amy Adams.
It's so good.
Right?
Oh my God, yeah.
She's great. I love her and
Jeremy
everything.
Renner.
But you're right. Yeah, I love Arrival because it just deals with like communication.
Yeah.
And there are these giant squids, and I love
time.
that.
Time being
And
like, you know,
time.
this like non-linear, you know,
It
it's
is.
so cool. Yeah, it's
like
so
all
cool.
these things are not theories. Like time isn't linear, you know. It isn't the same with space travel or portals. And I actually believe they're not traveling through space. That's kind of impossible.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would take too long.
Yeah.
Unless these immortal beings just like farting around space, which there probably are. But a lot of it is just portals opening and closing. So that's why one of my scientific my hopes to advance scientific knowledge is to try to help find portals and like figure out what that's about and see what the creatures. I think that's where Bigfoot comes from.
Hell yeah.
That I've been obsessed with my whole life. I think Bigfoot just comes through portals and shit, and it's just like,
we'll
hello.
have to on our road trip. We'll have to go to Sedona, Arizona, which is like full of vortexes.
Fucking, I was actually on my way to Sedona when I got hit by a bus on my bicycle.
What?
I rode my bike in. So I'm obsessed with Arizona. I don't know if you know that. I always say that that's where I'm going to retire since I was a kid.
Oh my God, and here I am.
That's why it's weird that you live there. I don't want to be weird about it, but like seriously, like I've said my whole life, that's where I will retire and buy land.
Oh my God, yes.
Since I was young, because I went there. You know, I went there as a kid, right?
Yeah,
so like,
you said,
and then I've been back multiple times.
Yeah.
And I rode my bicycle from was it Scottsdale to the Grand Canyon? Maybe no.
Maybe
was that other place?
Flagstaff or Prescott?
Flagstaff to the Grand Canyon. I rode, and I love it. But I got hit by a bus at the Grand Canyon. Yeah, John Hinkle saved my life. He pulled me out of I almost died at the Grand Canyon.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's wrap it up. I think, did we cover everything? I mean, this was pretty scary.
We were doing loosey gooseys. And we talked about cattle mutilation.
Yeah.
We got fucking the Men in Black. We got abductions. We got Machine Elves. We covered some.
Dude, so many scary things.
Areas.
Yeah, I was trying to bring the horror, but you know, it's just like.
Yeah.
There's so many scary things.
Yeah, we talked about a lot.
Yeah. I loved it. And I'll have a lot of links in the show notes. We'll do a little letterbox of all the scary horror
I will
movies.
make a letterbox of alien movies, yes. Non-xenomorph edition.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay, sweet. I love it. Okay, you want to bring us out?
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Bleed With Me podcast. Try to follow us somewhere. I don't know. Are you on Instagram? We're there. Are you on TikTok? We're there. Are you on YouTube? There's some stuff there. You can go
on Letterboxd?
Yeah, Letterboxd is the best because you can follow all the things.
All the things.
Sean comes up with these great lists so you can learn so much about horror. So much. Just clicky click. And then,
Clicky.
we have like a good time on our Instagram. We have a good time we just started the TikTok. So go follow us there. So we have followers and we'll make videos.
Hell yeah. Patreon.
Oh my God, that's right. Patreon. You can get the new zine. We just started the new Witches Coven Volume 1. You can get bingo cards. You can get
so good.
Exclusive bonus content.
Yeah. We got folk horror bingo cards. We got 80s horror bingo cards. What else? We got
the Witches
Godzilla
Coven.
Bingo cards are coming.
They're coming.
Witches.
The Godzilla's coming, and then the creepy kids I would like to
Creepy
do.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
we have a lot of fun shit for you to interact with us. It's not just like a Patreon where you give money and you don't get anything. Actually,
we
our
got
newest
stuff.
Patreon is at our $5 level. And he was like, oh, just send all those PDFs for the zines to my email. And I was like, no, you actually get the zines. You have to give me an email, like an actual snail mail address to give me. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, you get 50 fucking zines. Like, you get our zines. You get you get physical, actual cool shit.
Yeah.
That'll be worth millions in the
It's
future
very
when we're
worth it.
famous.
Yeah.
So, like,
exactly. Yeah.
just become our Patreon. Like, give us $5 a month. Don't be stupid. Come on.
Yeah.
Golly.
Do it.
We'll give you more stuff, and we'll have more videos and more fucking cool shit to do. And yeah, I don't know. That's it, right? I think we plugged all the bullshit.
We plugged all the bullshit.
Give us money so that we can fly Sean out and rent a whole cool space to do another live thing. Okay, so anyway, we'll have more guests, we'll have more stuff, and
As always.
Stay bloody.
Two.